So I did mess around with this a little bit longer after dark the other day. I got the clutch mechanism working. So now when I pull the handle, the starter, there's no connection between the engine and... Oh, that's a surprise. Did not expect that. There's no connection between the engine and the drivetrain. Would not expect that to run. Had to be some residual gas in the carb. It's not pulling gas up from the gas tank. The engine's going to run well, that's for sure. I just have to clean the carburetor out. Ooh, sun's blinding me off the... shining off the tools and blinding me. So, I'm going to remove the carb. So I'm going to have to take off the gas tank to get to the screw on the carburetor, the way it looks. Oh, that's a star. Looks like it's a flat tip and a star. Odd screw. So I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see a thing what I'm doing right now. I still can't see what I'm doing, I'm blocking you. Anyway, you have to take the throttle plate or the choke plate off. There's two screws hold it on. Peels off. Sorry I bumped the camera. Okay, that goes aside. And seriously think somebody was mowing the lawn next to this, wherever it was sitting. Covered in grass. Grass clippings. So, the next thing is going to be removing the other screws for the gas tank. And the gas tank will slip down and off. And there's a screw over here. Yeah, at least one of them has to give me trouble. Might have to get a star. That one's giving me trouble. Yeah, that one's not gonna go. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a start after. I'll be back. So, that should come off. I've got all the screws off. That should come right off. Okay, it won't come right off. There's screws in the bottom. The throttle plate is, of course, fastened to the gas tank down below. So I've got to remove the 2 screws in the bottom. You won't see that, so we'll be back in a minute. Okay, there was also a screw going straight through the carburetor. And there's a whole mess of junk attached to this. There's wires. There's all kinds of stuff on this thing. There's a spring. I can't see half of anything in here, so I'm having a hard time. There's all the... For a Briggs, this is a weird setup with a gas tank. All the wires, the kill wire is on here. Goes up inside. I have to take all of this apart. This is insane. It looks like I have to take off all the wires in order to get this separated from the carburetor. And I can't get the carburetor screw off without taking the tank out of the way. This is pretty insane. Yeah, there's no playroom on those wires. I've got to take it all off. There's the green wire, goes through there. Goes up inside. And there's another wire here. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to take off all the wires and springs and stuff. Okay, I got that. Now I can take off the carburetor, which also has a star screw. I'm going to need an extension on my ratchet driver for that. I think that'll fit. Oh, it's bigger than that. There's that one's on. That's not it. Well, I've got to find the right... it's bigger than anything I got here. I've got to go find the right screw for that. And an extension for my ratchet driver. Well, I put the machine all back together. I had cleaned the carburetor and found out that the membrane diaphragm, it's like a fuel pump, is bad. So I went online and ordered one, and now I have to wait. Ordered it on Amazon, so we'll see. Hopefully that'll be here soon, but for now I wait. And then I think the machine will run, because the carburetor was very clean inside. There was no dirt or anything inside at all. And I did give it a cleaning anyway, just to be sure, shooting pressure through the lines and stuff to try to make sure there was no dirt, but nothing came out. And the tank isn't bad at all. I double checked the tank. Tank isn't bad at all. And I gave it a cleaning and refreshed the gas. But that's it. Now it sits and waits for my parts to be delivered. Then I think I'll have a good running machine here. Morning, everybody. I went and bought the part. It's just a little membrane. And I want to put this together now. Actually, I want to be sitting in your way, I think. Either way I sit, I think I'll be in your way. I'm going to just put this on, and then I think the engine should run. So, just a little membrane. There's my screwdrivers. So it's these 4 screws here. And then this cover pops off, and then the membrane will go on. Hopefully, hope I can do it without removing all this tubing and stuff. It's a high maintenance part, so they should figure that you're going to want to take that out all the time. No, it's not that easy. Might have to remove that tube. At least that far. I can get this out. Just a little membrane pump. This is, I think it's called a VersaJet, if I remember right. Come on. Off that tab. There's the old membrane, which is really rough looking. Looks really bad. And in with the new. With the new. Engine should run. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't now. Carburetor's clean, gas tank is clean, gas is clean. Should run. Tube back in there. That's the crankcase breather line. Takes the crankcase gases and puts them back into the carburetor. I need to get a new tube for that down there. It's pretty rotted, which means you can suck in dirt through there, and that's not a good thing. Really don't want to be sucking in dirt into the carburetor, so I'm going to have to get new rubber boots for that. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay, now, this should run. Shouldn't be anything to stop it from firing up right now. I think it's going to take a few pulls. And once I get it going, then I'll put the gaskets back in place. Then the air filter and everything. Well, let's see. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to help my own self and put a tiny bit of gas in it. Because there's a fuel bowl up in top. The carburetor pumps gas into the bowl. Let that settle. That's going to help me a lot. Instead of priming the tank from dry. Everything's on. Wants to fire. Come on. Hope it runs. Oh, it's still cold. Not easy. Sensitive. Where's my chemicals? A shot of carb cleaner in there. Oof. Well, I'm going to crank in that a little bit. I'm not sure why, but we'll be back. A little bit of sputtering, but it's purring. I want to put the air filter back on, which is going to help with the pressure. But it looks like the throttle is not operating properly. I'm going to put it all back together and see if it'll run better with the filter on, because sometimes they need a little bit of pressure there. So the governor spring was stretched out, and I didn't realize it until after I was trying to get the machine running. That's why it wouldn't run. So I went and got a new one. I'm going to put that in. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, but it's up behind the gas tank. But I'm going to put that in now, and we'll give it a try. I also got, while I was in town, I also got new air filter elements because it was needed, and might as well take care of it right. So we'll be back in a few minutes with a running machine, I think. See if it'll run. it is. I got to put some air in the tires and I've got a tiller.